After understanding of communication services, next business services we have transportation services. This transportation services we can also call it as auxiliaries to trade. In the first chapter itself only, you have learned the auxiliaries to trade. Here, what is auxiliaries to trade, or what you understand the auxiliaries to trade? The auxiliaries to trade, it is supporting to the trading activities or assisting to the trading activities is called auxiliaries to trade. When coming to that, the transportation services, it plays a very important role in Indian economy. It helps a lot to all kinds of business when they want to deliver or when they want to transfer the goods from one place to another place. The transportation helps a lot. Let us learn more about that, the transportation services. Before understanding of, or before knowing of meaning of transportation, first we have to know that when the transportation system was introduced in the world. During the industrial revolution, the first modern highway was developed by John, and in the 17th and 18th century, many new modes of transportation, that means different modes of transportation, were invented. We can just see that what are the different transportation modes the people are the business they are going to supposed to use in the 17th and 18th century, such as bicycles, trains, motor cars, trucks, aeroplane, and trams. In 1906, that is in 1906, the first car was developed with an internal engine. That means here the car was introduced in the 1906. This is the history of transportation. And next we have to know that, and this slides is just showing that the different transportation modes are different. The transportation, how it has been converted. See that first in 300 500 BC, 3500 BC, it was using by that wheel. After that, later on, they are going to using that hours for travel. And next, after that, hot air balloons. You can just see that picture, you will understand very well. Like this, all the picture, it shows that how the transportation was year by year or different period, it has been changed. It is the timeline of transport. And next slide, see that, like in olden days, when they want to transfer or when they want to deliver the goods and services, first they are going to using this mode of transportation. Understood? Without this, it is a very impossible. So in business, when they want to come, this transportation they are going to supposed to use. Later on, after that inventing or after that getting off that, like a bus or a car or whatever it is, they are going to using. But before that, this transportation mode they are going to using. In villages, especially when they want to transfer the goods and services, there is no facilities. At presently also in some of the areas, they are going to using this transportation modes. And next we have modes of transport. I already said that transportation means here sending or delivering or transferring of goods and services from one place to another place. It is called transportation by using the different transportation methods. The modes of transport is nothing but different types of transport. We can see that in transportation, totally we have four types or four kinds of transportation. Yeah, that first one road transport, second one railway transport, third one air transport, fourth one water transport. Each and every transport we have its own advantages or disadvantages, or each and every transportation methods it's having that own merits and demerits. Let us learn each and every transportation in detail. The transportation business services, it's solving the problem of place. That means it removal of inadherences of the place. That means if suppose the businessman has produced goods, he want to transfer the goods to that some other place, it is a very difficult to reach the product. How it possible? Who going to help to solve this problem? The transportation will help, or which helps a lot to transfer the goods to that all over the places. So the transportation it act as a inadherences of trade in solving the place problem. And coming to that road transport, here road transport means you are sending or you are delivering the goods and services by using this road transport, or you are going to by using the road, it is called road transport. Here road transport it is a playing as a vital role in linking of communities to each other. This road transport it can deliver to all over the places, even if that in a mountain or in village or in a cities also, whatever that all that places it delivers the goods. And also here the road transport you can send only limited goods, and also the road transport it comes to the matter of very convenience to the business person. It is called road transportation. And next railway transportation. Here in this slide you can see that I have given the picture of the goods railway. From that railway also you can transfer that goods and services to the different places. The railway transportation, from the railway transportation you can send the goods. Compared to road transport, in railway transport you can send more quantity of goods and services. Here the railway transport it is very cheapest transportation, and also not very cheapest, it is very convenience to transfer the goods and services. Majority of them oil products they are going to supposed to using this to deliver transfer the goods and services by railway transportation. And air transportation, in this picture you have seen that mean air transportation means sending of goods and services. When comes to the matter of export and import, on that particular time they are going to supposed to use this air transportation also. But the air transportation you can send only limited goods, and also the air transportation it more costly rather than compared to all other transportation methods. Last transportation we have water transportation. You are sending the goods and services through the water with using the different boats or different transportation. You can just see that here it is called water transportation. These are the modes of transportation, are different types of transportation methods in transportation services. And you can just give a comment which is the cheapest transportation in transportation methods. Thank you. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ, ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ದುಡ್ಡೇ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ. ಏಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ನಿಮಿಷವನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಮಿನಿಟನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಯಾರು ಟೈಮನ್ನು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಯಾರು ತುಂಬ ಕೇರಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಅವರ ಜೊತೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮನ್ನು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಮತ್ತು ದುಡಿಯೋದೇ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಈ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಜಿಪಣ ಅವನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮನ್ನು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ದುಃಖಪಟ್ಟ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಒಂದು ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಜಿಪಣ ಇದ್ದ. ಭಾಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜಿಪಣ ಇವನು. ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ದುಡಿಬೇಕು, ದುಡ್ಡು ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ಇವನ ಒಂದು ಹುಚ್ಚಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಜಿಪಣ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಹಳ್ಳಿಲಿರುವಂಥ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಲೋನಾಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದ. ಇವನು ಲೋನಾಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೋ ನಿಜ, ಆದರೆ ಆ ಲೋನ್ನ ವಸೂಲಿ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ನ ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ. ಇವನಿಗೆ ದುಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಬಡ್ದು ಕೆಟ್ಟ ರೀತಿಲಿ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಆದರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವನಿಗೆ ದುಡಿಯೋದೇ ಒಂದು ಹುಚ್ಚಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಲಿ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ, ಲೋನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರ ಜಮೀನನ್ನು ಇವನ ಹೆಸರಿಗೆ ಬರೆಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದ. ಅದು ಇವನಿಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಒಂದು ಹುಚ್ಚಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವರ್ಷಗಳ ನಂತರ ಅವನೇನು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದ, 1 ಕೋಟಿ 2 ಕೋಟಿ 10 ಕೋಟಿ ದುಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಂಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡ್ದ. ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹುಚ್ಚು. ಒಂದು 40 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಆದರೂ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹುಚ್ಚು. ದುಡಿಬೇಕು, ದುಡ್ಡು ಅಂತ. ಇದೇ ಥರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಪಡೆದು ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ ಆ ದುಡ್ಡು. ಇವನ 65 ವರ್ಷ ನಂತರ, ಅಂದರೆ 65 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಇವನಿಗೆ, ಆಗ ಇವನ ಆಸ್ತಿ 3,000 ಕೋಟಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಇವನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, 3,000 ಕೋಟಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸಾಕಪ್ಪ ನನಗೆ, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಆವಾಗ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಬೇಡ ಇನ್ನು 1 ವರ್ಷ ಈ ಆಸ್ತಿನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಮಂಚುಗಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವನ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರು ನಿಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರೋ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಅವರೇ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಹಗ್ಗ ಮತ್ತು ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಯಾರು ಅಂದರೆ ಯಮಧರ್ಮರಾಜ. ಯಮಧರ್ಮರಾಜ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಪ್ಪ ನಿನ್ನ ಆಯಸ್ಸು ಆಯಿತು, ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡು, ನೀನು ದುಡ್ದಿದ್ದು ಸಾಕು, ಚಿತ್ರಗುಪ್ತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚುಕ್ತಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡು ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಗ ಇವನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಯಮಧರ್ಮ ನನಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 6 ತಿಂಗಳು ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ, ಈ 3,000 ಕೋಟಿಲಿ 1,000 ಕೋಟಿ ನಿನಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಮಧರ್ಮರಾಜ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ನಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಹುಚ್ಚ, ಆ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀನು ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಮಧರ್ಮರಾಜ, ನಿನಗೆ ಈ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಒಂದಿನ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡು, ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೂ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರನ್ನೂ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಾದರೂ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಗ ಯಮಧರ್ಮ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಯಮಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿರೋದು, ಈ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಮಧರ್ಮರಾಜ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಾಲು ಮುಗಿತಾನೆ. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಮಧರ್ಮರಾಜ ಬಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವನನ್ನು ಹಗ್ಗ ಹಾಕಿ ನರಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ನಿಮಿಷವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಕ್ಕೆ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ, ದೇವರು ಅನ್ನೋನು ನೋಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ನೀವು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ನಿಮಿಷವನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಹಾಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಅವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಹೆಲ್ಪನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಈ ಕಥೆಯ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.